What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. And today we're gonna be talking about the Shy Season 2, Episode 3 recap. We're gonna go over the key points, leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Let me know what you thought about tonight's episode and what you see coming in the future. Now, this episode begins with your boy Ronnie and Tracy. It's another flashback. We see how good things were back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like everything was going good between the two. They're becoming closer, but we know something is going to happen. We know it's going to be a fallout eventually. That's why Ronnie is the way he is today. And that's exactly what we're going to be waiting for. But it just begins with them just having good time. She's kind of trying to motivate him to get a job. Then we see Detective Cruz watching the confession tape of Ronnie, trying to gather all the information he needs to defend himself. Once everything goes to court, he's trying to gather everything up. His boss is pretty much telling him he needs to do whatever he has to do to make sure they win, and they don't want to lose this, man, because Ronnie has a high chance of getting out because apparently he was drinking, and they know this. They're waiting for the test results, but they know he was drinking the night of the confession, and it ain't looking too good. So the test is coming back, and it's based off that, man. But it ain't looking too good for your boy Detective Cruz once again. We get to Brandon, we get to Emmett. These two have a huge argument because your boy Brandon parks his food truck right in front of Sonny's chicken. It really doesn't make no sense for Brandon to do this. Emmett just is telling him, can he please move, because Sonny wants him to move. Why would you park the food truck right in front of this man's business, Brandon? Kind of stupid, in my opinion. He's trying to take away his customers, in my opinion. But he does move. He was angry. Then all of a sudden, we see Sonny. He's down. He can't breathe. He got short breath. Come to find out, he's having a stroke, which is very sad because Sonny's been a solid character and a good dude. Hopefully, he is okay. Emmett is just trying to take care of him and trying to make sure everything is okay. And his whole thing this episode is trying to make sure Sonny's business is continuing to run. Then we get to this social worker character right here, and he's pretty much telling Kevin's mothers that there are consequences when you testify. When people find out certain things happen to the people, to the kids that testify, people know, and some bad things can happen. And once this is said, we see the body language, we see the facial expressions of his mothers. They like, man, I don't know about this. And we know his real mother didn't really want him to get involved with testifying and stuff because she was, scared. Whereas his other mother was like, well, he needs to because Ronnie deserves to be in jail. But after this guy tells them the consequences of testifying and what may happen, they grab Kevin and get up out of there. So it doesn't seem like Kevin is going to go in there and give his testimony at all, which makes Ronnie's chances of getting out higher. And then we can see that this guy right here was paid off by no other than Ronnie's lawyer. She's cold, man. She's cold. She's doing the research. She's making sure she's going to get him out. She don't care if he did it or not. Her whole thing is getting him out. She lets Ronnie know that it's all up to the judge now. She talked to the judge as well in this episode. And pretty much, your boy Ronnie has a high chance of getting out. The judge just has to make the decision, and the DA as well. Now we get to Emmett. Now Emmett, he's trying to run the business while Sonny is out. Sonny suffered a stroke, as we seen earlier. And Emmett's like, look, I can run this. Just give me the chance. Trust me, I know the business. So, seems like she's going to give him the opportunity to do that. You know what I'm saying? Emmett is young. He really needs the job because he can't afford to lose it, seeing that he has to pay child support. And he's going to be in a very tough bind if he can't work. So he's going to get the opportunity to run Sonny's business. And we're going to finally see if he can step up like a man and throw down. Now we get the return of Grandma Ethel, and Detective Toussaint, she goes in there, she pretty much tells her, like, look, do you recognize any of these guys in this picture? Do you know any of them? Now she notices a Reg, and she said Reg is a not that bad of a kid. He didn't do this. None of the guys in this picture did this to her, which makes the investigation even more, confusing for Detective Toussaint. She knows something is not right with the 63rd Street mobster gang, and she's going to continue to investigate and find out exactly what happened. Now we get to another flashback of Jason, and we see that Jason loses his ball. It goes across the street to this neighbor's house or whatever, and he gets pissed off about the ball, grabs Jason up and tells him stop playing around with his ball in front of his place. Ronnie comes out, gets in an argument, tells him get off his son, and then he grabs Jason. He grabs Jason and said, "What did I tell you about, throwing that ball across the street?" Which causes a big argument. Jason says, "You're not my daddy. Don't ever, don't touch me," or whatever. And now we start to see the downfall of the relationship between the two. Ronnie feels some type of way. He's just like, man, he really said that to me. You're not my dad. We can see it in his facial expression that it really hurt him, which we already know he's going to go back and tell his mother about this incident. Now, Brandon is making a lot of money on the food truck, pretty much off funerals. The town heard about it. This pimp heard about it, and he's paying him. He actually paid him in weed as well. So Brandon is making money off funerals, taking the food truck there and getting that bread. And now he has to get rid of this weed that this pimp has gave him. How is he going to do it? We're going to find out later. Now we see Emmett. He's getting the opportunity to run Sonny's business, and we see that it's very difficult, especially when you have employees that don't do what you tell them to do, and he sees that it's a little bit more difficult than he thought. You got to hire good employees, and it seems like these employees, they want to do what they want to do. So Emmett's going to have to figure out a way to make this work. Now, Detective Toussaint, she's going around, she's asking neighbors, do they notice any of these guys right here on the picture, the same picture she showed Grandma Ethel? Do you know any of these guys? Have you seen them around here? And then we get a neighbor, and she pretty much says, yeah, she's seen some of them or whatever. No one's really scared of these people like that. She's not, at least. But she did say that she's seen a white girl going around asking people, do they want to give up their home or whatever. This is the same white lady we saw in episode 1. That's a part of the whole insurance company. So Detective Toussaint told her if she sees her again, give her a call. So this investigation is not over. Detective Toussaint is getting very close to cracking it. Now Brandon takes the weed to his cousin. His cousin, he's a weed head. He's going to decide to sell the weed and give Brandon the cut. Even though Brandon owes him money, this dude right here is a very good cousin, man. He's looking out for his cousin, and he's doing all the right things, and Brandon needs that help. He's the same cousin that helped him with the food truck in the first place. And then we see Kevin and Brandon, they link up once again. They talk about a lot of different things, about Ronnie possibly getting out. Your boy Brandon reads off this letter to Kevin about his brother and about Ronnie, because this is the letter he says he's going to read to the judge, and maybe the judge will reconsider on letting Ronnie out, a criminal out. So very touching letter, very emotional. But come to find out, we see Ronnie's lawyer. She comes in. She says the DA dropped the case. It's just not enough evidence. It's just not enough. So Brandon didn't even get a chance to go in to get that letter or read it. Kevin didn't get a chance to testify because they pulled him out. And now Ronnie is being released. He's shocked. He can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? His lawyer tells him he need to change his ways and do the right thing. Now Ronnie, he's back. You know what I'm saying? He's back. I know he wasn't going to be locked up the whole season. And now he has to figure out how he's going to address the community. We see Emmett and Tiffany arguing once again. Tiffany wants money for EJ. Your boy Emmett is like, man, I just gave you money for EJ. Like, what are you doing with it? They have a big commotion at Emmett's job. It's just getting sad, man. Once again, these two can't get along for nothing. Tiffany is always wanting something from Emmett, no matter what. After paying child support, It's always something with the two. I guess she's still pissed off about the whole children's services thing that happened. Detective Cruz is salty. You know what I'm saying? Ronnie's about to get out. He meets him at the end of the stairwell, grabs him up and tells him all the shit I did for you and this and that. They get into a tussle, a little argument. Ronnie's like, look, I'm not going to tell my lawyer what you did, but I don't owe you nothing. Detective Cruz once again is having a tough episode. It ain't looking too good for him. Now we see Papa and Kevin. They cash out at the church. They sell all the candy. Hopefully, your boy Kevin can win this contest, man. But they sell the candy, which is good, and they did it the legal way. They ain't doing none of that shit that Jake is doing, because Jake is on some scheming stuff. And hopefully these two can stay out of trouble. Now we see Ronnie. He's about to get out. And he calls Brandon. He's going to call Brandon. He wants to talk to him. But guess what? Ronnie doesn't say anything. Brandon answers the phone. Ronnie just sits there. You know what I'm saying? He just sits there, didn't say nothing. He knows something is up. You know what I'm saying? He's not feeling right about the whole thing. He's still scared. Then we see the flashback. Tracy tells him, you don't put your hands on Jason. He's not your son and everything like that. And she pretty much ends the relationship. She says she don't think this is going to work out. Ronnie can't get a job. He's touching Jason. It's just too much for her right now. And then we start to see the breakdown of Ronnie. You know what I'm saying? This guy starts to get even more paranoid, even more stressed out. And it's sad, you know what I'm saying, to see all this happen to a guy that served this country. Then we get back to your boy Emmett, and he takes the money to Tiffany. He feels bad about everything, you know what I'm saying? He wants to help his son at the end of the day. It's all for his son at the end of the day. Then, all of a sudden, we see the two start arguing. They start arguing once again. She says EJ's not here because he wanted to see EJ. They start arguing. She slaps him. Next thing we know, they start smashing. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Emmett messing with his baby moms once again. It's crazy. You can tell she wanted some type of attention, the way she was looking and everything like that. Hopefully your boy used the condom, because from the looks of it, it didn't look like that. You know what I'm saying? He got his little thing off, and then it is what it is. But what's going to happen next? You know what I'm saying? What's going to happen next when she gets pissed off at you again? Hopefully your boy Emmett can make smarter decisions, and hopefully he can see his son soon. Now we see your boy Ronnie walk out the gate, and we know he's about to hit the community. What's next for Ronnie? What is he going to do this time? Will he change? Hopefully he will, man. Hopefully he stops drinking. And your boy Brandon, he gets accepted into this cook-off contest or whatever, and he's going to take it. There's going to be a lot of other chefs there, and we're going to see what Brandon can do. He's very talented. He just has to believe in himself, because at first he wasn't going to do it until he got a little bit of motivation from his cousin and also Jerica. So he's going to enter the contest. And then we see Ronnie goes back to the same liquor store, and he starts having those flashbacks. He starts tweaking. He starts to think like, man, I should go take a drink. I should go to the store and get me a bottle. But this time he looks down and he says, you know what? I ain't going to do it. I got another purpose. I have something else to live for. And I think Ronnie deep down inside is just tired of it. He wants to restart. He's trying to change, and he wants to be there for his grandmother. He can't be risking drinking and messing up again and shooting other kids. So we're going to see what's going to happen in the next episode. But overall, this was a solid episode. They started to break down a lot more of these storylines. They're getting closer to finding out what happened with Grandma Ethel. But it's getting very interesting, man. The Shy Season 2 is getting real. But you guys let me know your comments, theories, everything down below about this episode, if you saw it and how you thought the episode was. And what do you think is going to happen next? Let the people know. Let me know. I will be breaking down some of these storylines later on this week. So make sure you be looking out for them. But I'm going to get on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.